What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode 34 of our Cincinnati Bengals franchise. Today's episode brings us the Jaguars on the road and the Seahawks on the road. So we are in line for a very, very tough stretch of 2 games before we actually head back home to take on the Steelers in the 3rd week. So that will be actually gameplay happening on Thursday. So you guys will be able to check out a wild card implication game. So very, very tough AFC North. You guys just saw the standings there. You got the Bengals and the Steelers in wild card contention, and the Ravens are actually in first place. So I can think of a couple of you guys out there who are Ravens fans who are actually pretty excited about the way that your team has been performing with Lamar Jackson under center. So this is a Sunday primetime type of game here. Blake Bortles and the Jaguars looking to impress some of the nationwide pundits and fans out there, because this team got a lot of talent to get the job done, and for whatever reason they have not been able to do that. They got a really sturdy defense, stingy defense, but the offense has taken kind of a back seat, even with Leonard Fournette, Marquise Lee, these types of big time targets for Blake Bortles. But as go the Jaguars analysis about the offense, usually that's led with the discussion with Blake Bortles and how bad that he is and how he can't even get the job done as well. So we can see here he's starting to carve up our defense a little bit on this completion. Going to get 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 7 though here early in the first quarter on their first possession. But it's things like that. It's things like that cause a lot of fans with football, a lot of Jacksonville fans that look at this guy and say, he can't get it done for us. That football probably had to get thrown away. Right, but we're going to take control here after a punt at the 20-yard line, and this throw by Dalton is pretty interesting throw, but Tyler Kroft's going to come up with the catch to pick up the first down. So thank God we didn't get a interception or deflection there to make it 2nd and 10. So AJ Green, trying to get him more involved. I did take into consideration your guys' comments about trying to get him more involved in that. I'm not utilizing him properly, and that's pretty spot on. I mean, I could admit that. So we need to get AJ Green the football a lot more, and based on his statistics, that would be indicative that we do need to do that. So here's 3rd and 5 as another Tyler Kroft completion is going to only pick up about 3 yards at that point. Here's an incompletion thrown, looking for John Ross on the drag route. So Cincinnati goes scoreless on their first drive. Jacksonville gets their second drive going here, and William Jackson actually gets a little bit beat on that play, but luckily we got teammates to make up for his lack of concentration on that play. So here's a completion to Tyler Kroft back up the middle, or to the right, on the right hash mark there. We got 2nd and 7. We're going back to the same play because they're just not covering that little seam route right there. Look at this, guys, just wide open. We actually ran 2 hurry-up plays based on that play, and they just did not account for Tyler Kroft. Touchdown Cincinnati. It's going to be 7-0 here in the first quarter. Do a little river dance. Tyler Kroft, I like it. He's definitely stepping up, guys. You know, a lot of people were a little anxious when we let Tyler Eifert go, and just to kind of see how Kroft was going to perform. And then we can see here Sean Williams getting an interception. He's going to take it all the way back. He had to beat some pretty quick players for Jacksonville on offense, but he's going to take it all the way to the house, guys. It's going to be 14-0 here early on in this game, and Jacksonville's finding themselves in a big-time hole. And look at this. Blake Bortles going to throw to the sideline, and Vontaze Burfict coming up with some soft hands down the sideline for another interception. This is unreal, guys. So his 3rd of the season gets Cincinnati to the 19-yard line, and here's Dalton rolling out to the left. Tyler Kroft with a great catch down the sideline. I like seeing that here. And here's a little play-action pass, a little play-action screen. And look at all the blocking right there. We got Price out there. We got Bowling. We got the left tackle, Corey Glenn. I mean, guys, nobody in a black uniform was on AJ Green on that screen. So touchdown Cincy. It's going to be 21-0. Here in the second quarter, guys. And after this completion there to the tight end Conrad, it's going to get Jacksonville to the 32-yard line on a 3rd and 2. And Jesse Bates comes up big with the pass deflection. So yet again, Jacksonville is held touchdownless. They're going to get a 3-point conversion though. So, well, field goal. 3-point conversion is a field goal. There, goal. Get the thing right. Here's a run by Giovanni Bernard. He's going to pick up. Actually, this is Joe Mixon. He's going to get a first down. Looking good. Here's a toss to Mixon, and we love those tosses. He probably should have been rotating and spinning to the left there instead of the right, but we will get to a 2nd and 3, and here's Mixon yet again, and there you go. There's the nice spin move and little juke, trying to get that extra yardage. He's now got a couple rushes here for 32 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 8, so we're already threatening yet again here in the red zone. We're at the 9-yard line, and look at this. Jacksonville defenders, for whatever reason, let John Ross open, guys, on that little hitch route. So he's going to get a touchdown, so he's going to get in on the touchdown parade. It's now 28-3. We've got 4 touchdowns in the first half. But look at this, bad pursuit, bad angle by Sean Williams and Jesse Bates. It's going to allow Leonard Fournette to get in for a score. So now it's going to be, well, 28-10. But guys, we get the football back here, and with 23 seconds left to go, we're calling a play action pass that we love to throw. Here's Dalton, got some time, looking for the back of the end zone. Does John Ross complete the process? He does. It's going to be a touchdown, guys. Touchdown, John Ross. That's 35-10, guys. We've had 5 touchdowns in the first half. This is unreal. 4 offensive, 1 defensive on that Sean Williams pick 6. And guys, Jacksonville is getting blown out at home in primetime TV. This is amazing. It's amazing. So sorry for you Jacksonville fans out there, but we needed this type of game here. We definitely needed this thing as we're getting ready to head on the road to Seattle. Guys, we definitely need a blowout victory for sure to kind of lift our spirits after a couple losses recently to the Chargers and the Cardinals. So on 3rd and 10, down 25, Bortles elects to throw to the sideline. So they're going to kick a field goal there on the 4th down. But look at this. Guys, I didn't even mean to press double A. I didn't mean to do that. I was motioning, I think it was A.J. Green to the left, and I was trying to snap the football, but he wasn't snapping it, so I just kept tapping A, and there you go. So that's what led to the interception, the deflected pass, and then the interception. Dalton just threw it straight over to Croft, and the rest is history. So interception on Dalton. It wouldn't be a Bengals upload, right, without a Dalton interception. So there you go. There's the daily one. So 35-13. A.J. Green comes up with a big catch there to get the first down. We're at 24 seconds left to go. Dalton is now over 200 passing yards, which is a nice little benchmark to get to. Nothing stellar, but it does get the job done. And Joe Mixon's actually going to get a first down here. He's now got 57, actually 3rd inches, but he does get 57 yards rushing so far in the game. Nice blocking up in that 2nd level for Gio Bernard to get a big-time first down. So he's going to have 500 rushing yards now on the season. After a couple penalty calls, we're going to get out to the 15-yard line, and we get another flag here on 2nd and goal at the 15. So what is this call? It's going to be another holding on the offensive line. Not good, not good. It's going to push us back to the 19. Dalton trying to fire out there at that route over there to the corner of the end zone to the right, and he's going to get sacked, but Randy Bullock is going to come on and save our bacon here a little bit. 38-13 with 6 minutes left to go. We're going to get knocked down here to 4:55, and Jacksonville with the football. Bortles got all day to make this pass, and look what happens, guys. He tosses it right to William Jackson for his 7th, yes, 7th interception on the season. 41-13 still. We don't do anything on offense, but with the last possession of the game, seemingly with 45 seconds to go, Safarian Jenkins fumbles the football, and giving it back to the Bengals here. Look who we got out here on the field in a blowout, right? There's no need to put Dalton out there and have those guys do that, right? So we do have the backups playing here. We got Malone and Core. That's Trace McSorley. So he's making some good throws. It's 2 completions to the tight end, and he's going to finish the game 2 of 3. I like what I saw out of McSorley right there. So there's the end of the game numbers, guys. 196 passing yards. That takes into account sack yardage as well. 112 rushing, over 5 yards per play. We absolutely took it to Jacksonville here. Sunday night primetime, guys. Unbelievable game by the Cincinnati Bengals. Offensive, defensive, we had it going for us throughout the entirety of the game. Only 2 penalties, costing us for 20 yards. So there is the final. Actually, he went 1 for 2. That was actually an incompletion as Croft dropped it. But Andy Dalton, the story is Andy Dalton, guys. 25 of 31, 4 touchdowns. He was absolutely on fire. Those are the kind of games that we need out of him, guys. We were taking deep shots. We were finding guys open. We were reading lanes correctly. Tyler Croft with 12 receptions. A.J. Green with 10. Still didn't get really a lot of yardage with those 10 receptions, but he did get on the board with a score. John Ross with 2 receptions, and he had 2 touchdowns. So he made his receptions count for sure. As far as sacks go, we only allowed 2. One was from Ben Shaw, and the other was from Cordy Glenn, I believe that was. It was kind of going a little bit too fast there. But, guys, I like what I saw out of this game. Hope you did too. Let's go ahead now and get into this gameplay against the Seattle Seahawks and the 12th man. Of course, that's who we got to go up against, right? Seahawks fans are crazy out there in Seattle. It's always a tough environment for any road team to go out here into West Coast territory, especially when you're kind of a mid-western type of team here, right? You know, Ohio, Cincinnati. It's always tough for Detroit. I know as a Detroit Lions fan, it's always tough for them to go out west. Pretty sure it's going to be tough for the Bengals to go out west as well. So Legion of Boom is really no more, right? This is not the same Seattle Seahawks team that we know of, though, as we can see that they'll still look pretty intimidating, guys. They do. I was intimidated just watching him come out. And then when I look at Russell Wilson, I'm like, oh my God, I got to stop this guy. 20 touchdowns, 6 picks on the season. That is madly efficient. 3,000-yard passer already in the season. Yeah, he's having himself a big season. And now we get, Charles Sims. We get Rashad Penny going for the Seahawks in that dual backfield. Charles Sims is a back here for the Seahawks. They also do have Chris Carson still, so they still like going to that 3-headed type of monster that they are even employing here in real life. But Rashad Penny is the clear-cut starter in this game, and he actually doesn't do too bad. So I'll save some highlights though for you guys to watch. So on third and inches, nice play there, nice pursuit by Carl Lawson. He's having himself a heck of a season, guys. Gets his 10th tackle for a loss. It's going to get the Seahawks off the field, which is exactly what we want. We need to get back here with the football. 22 touchdowns for Dalton, 14 picks. I don't like double-digit picks, guys. We need to do better. So hopefully that this game translates well into how we did last game against the Jaguars. But the first throw, not so good. Almost got picked off the first throw. So 2nd and 10, doing a little play action, roll out here to the left. Got a man open, that's John Ross, and nothing. He can't get the 2 feet in bounds, so it's going to cost us a first down and a big chunk play right there. Looking for Tyler Croft on a play that Jacksonville seemed like they couldn't stop. Croft looked like he was open for a couple seconds there, but nice play by the linebacker to shut down the Bengals on offense here. So Derek Johnson actually stopped Tyler Lockett short on that play, but on 3rd and 4, he's going to get that penalty flag thrown against him. Face mask call. We tend to get a lot of those in holding, guys. That's usually what this defense and this offense kind of gets in trouble for as far as penalties go. So we see Tyler Lockett getting a reception here for a first down. Play action pass is complete to Doug Baldwin, but Carl Lawson's going to come in from that defensive end spot and make the play. So he's all over the field, guys. This is what I love about Carl Lawson. He's everywhere. Here is a nice gang tackle by Derek Johnson and Dre Kirkpatrick to get the Seahawks down to 3rd and 14. We're mid part of the first quarter here, and Russell Wilson's got pretty much all day to throw, and he throws it short to Nick O'Leary, Florida State product out of, Florida State as a tight end. And here is Shrek. Here's Shrek. He's going to get his first reception in about 3 games. So it's been kind of a while then since we've gotten him involved. And now that we're getting Uzama involved as well, it seems like we're getting the big bodies involved here against this tough and stingy defense for Seattle. So here's John Ross getting a curl route complete for a first down. We get a sack against us here by Jones. This is a big dude, guys. You do not want to get hit by him. He's got a big old belly here. So we're going to the outside, trying to get Mixon going here. Nice little stiff arm. Picks up some really good yardage, some really tough yardage here to the outside. Just didn't feel comfortable running up the middle against this big defensive line, guys. So we do get 8 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 7, an incomplete pass to Gio Bernard on a slant. And we're going to kick up a field goal, and barely good. Randy Bullock comes through again. Came in late for us in the last game against Jacksonville, even though we didn't really need the 3 points at that point. It's just good to see that he's able to come on and get the points as we need them, right? I mean, we're going up against the Steelers and the Ravens here in the next few weeks, and I know that those defenses are going to be really tough, almost, if not better, defenses than Jacksonville and Seattle, right? So we're going to have to see how that happens and how that goes. Mixon here with a nice run on a stretch play, going to pick up the first down. 3rd and 6 now. And Dalton fires it to A.J. Green, but he's going to take a big-time lick against K.J. Wright. Not going to hang on to the football. It's still going to be 3-3, though. And look at this, firing it deep out there to Tyler Lockett and William Jackson yet again. He's kind of slowing down a little bit, guys. He's been getting burned a couple. And here's Doug Baldwin beating William Jackson again. So Baldwin having a good season, over 1,000 yards on the year thus far. So it's going to be 10-3 now, Seattle. As Cincinnati takes the football back here with 1:53, trying to get something going here. Check out this effort by Cordy Glenn, right? Frank Clark just absolutely schooled him, guys. Couldn't even really get any leverage whatsoever on Frank Clark. Pete Carroll promptly calls a timeout. Seattle going to get the football back. And just as soon as they got it back, Jesse Bates says, nada. We're getting it taken back. We got the football here with 1:15 left to go. We're going to try to make something happen, but on 3rd and 2, looking for Tyler Kroft, not going to happen. So Bobby Wagner gets another pass deflection in this game. So it's unreal. So Seattle actually gets the football, and they drive down the field and kicks up a field goal and good. So it's actually going to be 13-3 as we go into the third quarter, guys, and they are just kind of killing us right now, guys. They're putting up the stats with yards and rushing, and it's really all over the place. So we're not doing so hot here on offense. So this pass complete to John Ross, maybe that's going to actually ignite us a little bit. That's what we wanted, right? We needed a big-time chunk play like that on offense. So here we go, 3rd and 10, and pass complete to John Ross. Almost picked off, though. Almost picked off. Andy Dalton now 10 of 20, so he's at 50%. That's got to be better here. Nice pass complete to Tyler Kroft. Takes a big hit, but he does hang on to the football. It's going to be another touchdown for Tyler Kroft. It's going to be 13-10 with 8 minutes and 11 seconds left on 2nd and 4. Seattle tossing it over there to the left, and Doug Baldwin shakes and bakes and beats Jesse Bates for a big first down. So 7:57 left to go. Marvin Lewis is upset with his defense. I don't blame him because Darqueze Dennard, he got burned. He got burned on that play. Bates had to come in and try to make a tackle, and he couldn't. Just bad angles all around. Seattle firing it out there too. Looks like, not sure who that receiver was, but it did look like Tyler Lockett, but it wasn't him. So it definitely wasn't Doug Baldwin. So kicking the field goal, good. 16-10 now. Right, we get the football back. Can't do anything. Ay. William Jackson getting a tackle, but not good. Not good enough to stop the first down from happening. 3rd and 6, though. So we are in a nice situation here. And they elect to run the football with Chris Carson. And look at that. Can't make the play. Just a bad angle. 354 yards given up in today's game against the Seahawks, guys. And look at this. Charles Sims. The Red Sea just totally parted. Touchdown, Seattle. They are going to elect to go for 2, to go up 2 scores, to go up 14. And nice play there by Nick Vigil to stop the runner, Rashad Penny, from getting in. Vontaze Burfict a little fired up. I'm not sure why you would be fired up now, guys, because down by 14 and a dropped pass, by Tyler Boyd. It doesn't look too good, guys. 8 minutes left to go. Dalton's going to try to have to lead a comeback here, and he's going to get dropped for a sack. Dropped for a sack by Jerron Reed. 2nd and 10. Seattle gets the football back here. Carlos Dunlap and Geno Atkins, making some havoc there on the line. Avantez Burfict coming in too to help out Dunlap on a sack. It's 3rd and 17, so you got to make something happen here on defense. Do not let Russell Wilson burn you, guys. Don't let him do it. Nice play, though, by Sean Williams, guys. That could have totally changed the game. I'm not even kidding you. That is a hell of an effort to get that football out of the receiver's hands, and that's going to allow us for another shot to try to get some points up here on the board to try to really make a comeback here, right? So 6:26 left to go. We're going to motion Joe Mixon out to the right and basically go empty set with a under center formation. So John Ross actually going to get the first down, but he fumbles the football. He fumbles the football, and Nate Solder has to come up and recover the football here. Here's Uzomah with a big first down catch on 2nd and 5. So we're making something happen here, guys. 5:20 left to go. We really lucked out in that fumble. So great job in awareness by Nate Solder. Here's a play action pass, and look who we got deep. A.J. Green, make that catch, get the 2 feet down. Touchdown, Cincy. Huge catch out there by A.J. Green. 17-22 now. We're only down 5 points here. So Sims running to the left, going to get stopped out there by Burfict. Only down 5 again, guys. So if they get a field goal, they're going to be up 8, right? So it's going to be 29-17. No, wait, I'm not doing my math right here. Field goal is going to be 25-17. Yeah, we're going to be down 8, so we got to get the touchdown and the 2-pointer, right? So we don't want that, but now that they're in field goal position and on 4th down, we do call that timeout to stop the clock. It's going to be 1:12 left to go. We definitely still have a chance in this game, guys, with 1:08 at the 32-yard line. So nice return out there by Kendall Sheffield that you guys didn't see. Look who's wide open. John Ross, get the burner going, baby. Go, go, go. Going to get tackled. We got a minute left. He's going to get dropped down on that 1st and 10 with 44 seconds left. Here's a lob throw to A.J. Green, and he can't come up with the catch. He's just not fast enough, where it was Dalton that led him a little bit too far. We did that touch pass, and it just wasn't going to connect. But we're going to go shooting out there to A.J. Green yet again. You can bet on that, guys. We got a single high safety, and look at this. Green draws the PI call on the corner for Seattle, and we're going to be up, I think, on the 19-yard line here. We'll have to check the spot. We're up on the 17-yard line, so 35 seconds left to go. Ross, open, makes the catch, calling the hurry up here. We don't want to waste our timeouts in case they do get stopped in the field of play. Ross takes a huge hit. I think that was Bobby Wagner or KJ Wright with the laying the lumber. 18 seconds left, so luckily that does stop the clock. We don't have to use a timeout there. And now we get John Ross. Oh, that's Tyler Boyd, picks up the first down. We do have to call a timeout, though, in the field of play. 6-yard line, 13 seconds left. This is a huge play call right here, guys. Got to get into the end zone. Nothing short of it. You got to get in the end zone here. We got some receivers open, and that's John Ross up the middle. Touchdown, Cincy. Touchdown, Cincy. And, guys, Dalton took a huge hit. He got the football off. Guys, that is absolutely amazing job by Andy Dalton to get the throw off, and great job by Ross to get into the end zone. And at the 2-yard line, we're trying to get a little bit closer by getting Seattle to jump off sides. Probably not a very smart play because the CPU always tends to go false start as a user. So we're actually going to be dropped back to the 7-yard line. And guys, I love this play with A.J. Green. It might help us out here. Linebackers don't cover that side, and look at this. A.J. Green gets the 2-point conversion, guys, with 9 seconds left. And the Cincinnati Bengals come all the way back to tie this game 25-25. And guess what? We're going to overtime, guys. Look at the box score. We were down 13-3 at the half, and we came all the way back, get this thing 25-25 in the very last stages of the game. So there's Bobby Wagner, Russell Wilson. So Wagner is 54. I wasn't sure who made that tackle or that big hit in the last couple minutes here. That was actually Bobby Wagner. So getting John Ross involved, going to get it to 2nd and inches on that rush. Giovanni Bernard, he's been running the football really well when Joe Mixon was out, and I love running with him in that shotgun formation. just with his speed and his skill set and his elusiveness, it makes a lot of sense to run that play for him. And Tyler Kroft going to almost get the first down. He's going to get 9, so we got 2nd and 1, and now the Bengals are kind of feeling it a little bit here on offense, right? That last like 8 minutes of the football game, we started really moving the football down the field after a big-time struggle here early. So here's Joe Mixon running a stretch to the outside with 4:46. He's going to get the first down and run out of bounds. Here's a nice play call here again to A.J. Green. Love that motion route, and that motion drag just wasn't happening. So the defender came right in, barreled right in, got in Dalton's face, tapped it down to the ground, incomplete pass. 3rd and 10 though. 3rd and 10. We don't want a field goal here. I mean, it helps, right? But we don't want a field goal because if Seattle comes back and gets a touchdown, guys, it's over. It's over. So Bullock has to come on after this incompletion out there to Gio Bernard. And Bullock is going to kick it up and good with 3:56 left to go. So we did eat a ton of time up. Marvin Lewis is pumped up. This would be a heck of a comeback, guys, to go on the road at this stadium, Lincoln Financial Field. I mean, this is a insanely tough place to play. Charles Sims here with a 5-yard reception here. 13-17. Time is ticking away on the Seahawks. Wilson dropping back. And look, Derek Johnson in coverage picks it off. He picks it off. The Bengals are going to come back and win this game on the road, back-to-back road games in as many weeks. And they just played a heck of a complete game, guys. I mean, maybe defensively, Seattle really took it to us as far as yards go. But we came through when it counted, guys. We really did. We scored a ton of points here in the 4th quarter to come back. Got the clutch 2-point conversion and that touchdown by Ross. A.J. Green came up big with that 2-pointer. I mean, this is almost a miracle season. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, right? Andy Dalton, 26 of 41 for 3 touchdowns in the game. Gotta love it. Joe Mixon had a good game. John Ross with 11 receptions for 157 or 67 yards and a score. Cordy Glenn allowed 2 sacks. Ben Shaw 1 and Bowling with 1. 12 tackles total for Derek Johnson. Also had an interception. Sacks, we did not register a single sack. And that, my friends, is really the reason why we had a tough time stopping that offense. Normally, in a lot of our weeks, we do get a lot of sacks from Carl Lawson and Carlos Dunlap, and we just didn't have it. We just didn't have it with pressure, as far as pressure goes, against Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. But nonetheless, we hung around, we hung in there, and we got the job done. So really good back-to-back weeks by the Bengals to get 2 wins and come back home now to play against the Steelers in next week. So you guys saw on the screen here, Shawn Williams is going to upgrade him to a zone, right? Just upgrade his zone type of traits and his statistics and his attributes, only because I really want him to kind of get back a little bit further and do a good job with that, because he is a good run support type of player. You guys also saw that CJ Uzomah was upgraded as a vertical threat, only because I want him to work on some of his release, right, and trying to get open a little bit more. We do run a lot of 3 tight end sets and double tight end sets, and a lot of times, Tyler Kroft is either covered, Ross or Green are covered, and Uzomah is the next option. I need him to get more open a little bit. So let's dig into some scouting real quick. We did scout quarterback Eric Krause. I do kind of like him, but I don't think we're going to get him. Bennett Vance, that running back, might be a guy to look out for. Definitely got a lot of good attributes that I actually liked looking at. Rayshawn Hunt dropping here to the 4th round. He's a 4th-round talent, 3rd-round projection. He's got some things that I like too, but we need a guy that's going to be able to catch the football, right? Because that's really what Giovanni Bernard is doing for us. We're trying to get him the football a little bit more. I know that Joe Mixon is now back, and Gio was really good for us while running, but we do have Mark Walton. He's definitely going to be a lot cheaper, and he's going to be a good running back for us as a number 2 guy. By drafting a running back to be kind of that pass-catching guy, it's kind of going to take that Giovanni Bernard role. So I'm definitely looking at a guy that can possibly split out wide and be one of our wide receivers, our 5th wide receivers, that kind of player, kind of a utility kind of player. And a lot of times when you look at a halfback and a running back, they're so versatile that's kind of what I'm looking at. I want to be able to draft a receiving back to help us out in that regard. So look at the tackles and the offensive linemen, guys. There's really nothing, right? We got a guy here, Frank Redding, in the second round going in the 6th. Jason Zimmer, a third round guy going in the 6th. First round guy, Dawson Stuckey going in the second. Like, there's not a whole lot to like there, guys. Really, really isn't. As far as offensive line goes, we might have to look at that, in one of those later rounds for sure. So here is something that we need to look at, though, guys. Standings. Look at the AFC North and how competitive it has been. Steelers are 9-4. Ravens are 10-3, and we're 10-3. The rest of the AFC, it looks like there's going to be 3 teams that get to go for the AFC North. I don't know how this is going to pan out. It's so sketchy right now. But we're the number 1 team in the league. But we get the Ravens, we get the Steelers. And looking ahead at our schedule here, we get the Steelers next week, we get the Browns and the Ravens. So nothing but AFC North, guys. It's going to get really interesting here. And quite frankly, I want to see who the Ravens get. I know they get us the last week of the season. We beat them 28-20. It was a very, very close game the last time we played. But they get the Bills, the Steelers, and then they get us, guys. So it's going to be a real interesting last 3 weeks of the season. I'll see you guys on Thursday for the next one. As always, peace.